Hello everyone and welcome to this Videos on Frontier video. My name is Jay Whitefield and as you may be able to tell from the sound of my voice, this cold hasn't actually gone anywhere. In fact, it's making me feel, if anything, quite a bit worse. However, there is an upside, as there usually is to pretty much most things in life. And that my voice at the moment is, I can actually go down to notes, to kind of pitch, which I would not otherwise have been able to do. So, for example, I can do now not too bad impersonation of Clarkson. For example, I don't know. And this Lamborghini is the fastest two-wheel drive Lamborghini in the world. I could even do low. James, I'm losing it. Low down, Loretta Brown. Sorry, it was better earlier, James. Anyway, that's not the subject of the video, actually. What? There's no hot food? No, that's not the subject of this video either. The subject of this video is the Dell Latitude XPi CD MMX P166ST. Or is it an M166ST? I think it's an M166ST. Sorry about that. So, now, we took a look at this machine about a month ago, but then it was running Microsoft Windows 98. It had Office 2000 running on it, and it was quite, it was quite slow, and it had a mechanical hard drive. Now, however, one of the things I love about this machine, if we pull out the hard disk caddy, we find that there is a 4GB compact flash card installed in its place. And then we struggle to get said caddy back in place. Come on. Come on, you. Right, you're gonna go. Why do you do these things, Jay? Come on. There we go. Yep. How much longer that's going to be there for, I can't honestly say. Well, the whole reason that I'm not sure about where this CF card is going to be going has a lot to do with something rather special I've got planned for a future video. Hopefully it's going to be a video that appears this weekend. At least I hope so. Anyway, enough of that blether. Let's get started with this. As Stewie Griffin would say, finish your current candy bar before opening another. Now, the CMOS battery in this is still as dead as ever. Oh yeah, and we see that the machine is running Windows 95. The cup of tea will usually see me right. Anyway. This machine is also connected to the network. And there's a login screen. So let's log in. And we're in. So this is Windows 95, OSR2, also known as Windows 95B. And I'm aware that at the moment I sound about as wooden as a timber yard. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the stuff we've got here. Adobe Acrobat 3, Adobe PostScript for setup utility, Pandemonium, Microsoft FrontPage. Now let's have a look at this, because what this is, there we go. Now what this is I do believe the first version of FrontPage that was branded as Microsoft FrontPage before, you know, after it was bought over by Microsoft. It was never originally a Microsoft concoction. And I'm going to be completely honest, it's really quite odd seeing FrontPage with the full 3D buttons instead of the lighter flat ones. So I mean, FrontPage is always something I've associated with the Windows 98 and later era. You've got new webs and what have you, and that kind of looks more like the new web page wizard you get in FrontPage Express, which is, if you're not aware, is a dialed down version of FrontPage that used to come bundled with Windows 98 First Edition, some versions of Internet Explorer 4 and some early versions of Internet Explorer 5. Okay, so we've got the personal web, corporate presence wizard, customer support web, discussion web wizard. Let's see if we can make a quick wee website here. Windows 95 place. Win95 place. Now when I was in oh James, it's not a valid name. I think, oh, the web, I'm not sure, local host, Win95 place. There's no, okay, I know FrontPage actually did tell me where, you know, what, why, how, when. I don't know. But I mean, I don't even need to go into the FrontPage itself if I want to create a network. Ah, yeah. 127.0.0.1. So I guess I could put it there because, I mean, that is localhost. But here's the FrontPage editor. Note how very kind of simple it is, and you know, kind of how old it looks. I mean, there's not even a proper formatting toolbar. I don't know if one can be enabled, but you know, certainly there's no easy access to get your fonts. I think to be able to do that, you actually have to go through the settings to be able to do that. Page properties. And it's quite fascinating how much, like, you know, an alternative to later versions of FrontPage this actually looks. I mean, some of these dialog boxes, you know, it kind of almost has a Netscape Composer kind of a look about it. Sorry, I'm aware that it's difficult to kind of see there what we're doing. There we go. Yeah, as I was saying, it has a kind of a Netscape Composer-esque kind of a vibe about it. Extended. Now I am sure there's a way to change what font you're using, or at least change the style. You know, of these predefined fonts. There's got to be a way. That's color. That's, I think, for an Audi Coupe TT. That's typewriter font, sorry. That'd probably just kind of set it to something like Career New or something like that. Format character. Vertical position, font size normal. So maybe you really couldn't change the font in this version of FrontPage. I mean, what you've got to remember here is this version of FrontPage was made when, to be honest, people were still using browsers like Internet Explorer 2, Netscape 2, Netscape 3, IE3. It's yeah, no, I would say I would actually argue that it was kind of exclusively IE2, because FrontPage, there was a 1997 version of FrontPage which adopted the Office 97 look and feel. So let's have a look. 0.0.1. Okay, so I can't create my web. Never mind. Moving on. Later versions of FrontPage actually make this process a lot easier. You also got Microsoft money. I love that older version. And I love the sound it makes. There's Bookshelf 95, that came with Office 95, Works 4.0. Visio, online services. PaintShop Pro, QuickTime for Windows, Startup. Virgin Games is Monopoly and Scrabble. And then there's Office 97. Which includes things like Access Binder, Excel, PowerPoint, Publisher, Schedule Plus, and Word. And then there's Microsoft Project. So, there's not many games on here. Not many exciting games. So why don't we go ahead and install some? I've never seen a 16-bit installer that has sounds in it. I know this was something Microsoft game installers had later on. So, if you're installing Microsoft Flight Simulator, you'll get, sounds of planes taking off, landing, snippets of radio conversation with the control towers. I like it. Kind of gets you into it. So, Microsoft Arcade, the original one, you get Asteroids, Battlezone, Centipede, Missile Command, and Tempest. And if we install Microsoft Revenge of Arcade, which I do believe is actually a Windows 95 compatible game, if it wants to work. I like that. DirectX 5.2. Forget that. Let's just stick with the original, shall we? And we'll enjoy one of my favourite games, Battlezone. So this is kind of a vector-based game. So why did I have to respawn? Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I'm not doing well. Yeah, Battlezone is a highly addictive game. And to be honest, in some ways, this is, I think, quite a rare... I think this is quite a rare instance that the 2600 version might be worth playing, you know, over the original, you know, depending on where you stand on such things. Because the Atari 2600 version actually, you know, it actually has filled objects. It's, you know, it's full colour. And to be honest, I find that a lot easier. And I can put my name in the high score. And there we go. So, that's that. I don't know how to... never mind. Okay, so we've played some arcade games. That was kind of fun being John's arcade for a wee while. And I think what we'll do... Actually, you know what? I quite fancy playing this. So, as you can tell, so we've played this before. Object to this game, very simple. You've got to try and kill the rats before they reproduce. And the way to prevent them from reproducing goes from the kind of normal, kind of killing them, to the downright odd, you know, of actually changing their gender. Yes, that is a thing in this game. Is that gonna... No, it isn't. Should we bomb them? You can use... Yeah, now you see, as a member of SMPCND, I probably shouldn't have used that one. And it's quite odd. It didn't work. Now I don't know if you can guess what happened there. But one of the rats just got pumped and obviously kind of bred. I don't honestly know. Actually, you know what? I don't think the nukes are supposed to kill them. I think the nukes are supposed to stop them from being able to reproduce. Wow. really is. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on when I played this game at age 10. I know now, and it's actually a tiny bit traumatizing. I'm kidding on, but cool. See, what this game tends to do is, I would say that someone's just kind of, I would say that someone here has just kind of, yep, they had, that actually went into the death snare. Unfortunately, the mouse pointer tends to blink one in this game, so it's actually making it really difficult for me to play. That, plus I'm shit. Is it gonna... Jang's all this time stopped from... All this time spent stopping people having sex. Yep. Oh well. High score table doesn't work. Probably because it's all a bit read-only. Oh, there's a Thomas the Tank game here. You know, I'm actually going to save that for another video. But I think for my last game, why don't we see how well the Lion King plays on here? Have I installed the Lion King? I don't know. It's on there now. Anyway, let's kind of see how well we go. So first off, I want to go to the installer. I'm going to use, I think, Sound Blaster. I don't know if that's the correct config, but we're going to use it anyway. Okay, that's obviously not the right one. I would say that there's good ways of finding out what settings your sound card is using. Sometimes you'll find it in here. Okay, that's not going to work this time. Sometimes you might find it in the autoexec.bat file. And we're not going to find it here either. Oh my goodness. So let's play a very silent version of the Lion King. I think my Epic Mega Games titles are actually quite good at being able to detect that auto-magically. Uh-oh. I know what I've just done there. I've just attempted to start the game without at least redefining the level is easy. I mean, come on, it's the Lion King. It's not something that you can kind of. It starts. Yeah, am I gonna have to put am I gonna have to put my own sound effects to this? Roar. What? Roar. Ooh, a thingy. Roar. Roar. Gotcha. Got ya. Oocha. Roar. Got ya. Got ya. Got ya. Ooh, a thingy. Got ya. Got ya. Oocha. Roar. Roar. Oocha. Oh look, a checkpoint. Woohoo. Oocha. That hurt like a motherfucker. Gotcha. Got ya. Got ya. Oh look, a thing. Oh look, a thing. You dancer. Oocha. Roar. Got ya, you wee ball bag. Hey, Simba, everything the light touches, that's our kingdom there. That's our home. At night time we don't rule shite. Oh, this level is pure difficult. Honestly, I think the game's original sounds are better. I think it's time that you and I arrange the heart-to-heart. Kings don't need advice from little Horville from her whatever it says. If this is where the monarchy is headed, count me out! Out of service, out of Africa. I wouldn't hang about. Uh-oh. I always get a bit nervous. Oh, you ball bag. There's no checkpoint either. You know, it's not as though that bit is. It's not as though there's a checkpoint just before that bit starts, which would make sense. No, this game is just totally unforgiving. You know, and suppose I actually managed to get away from this level. Suppose I actually managed to complete it or actually successfully tap in a cheat code that would let me skip it. What is gonna come out for it? I don't know, and I'm not doing well at all. Lion King, proof that cats don't always land on their feet. The think the saddest moment in a lot of 90s kids' childhoods. Although having said that, if witnessing Mufasa's death was the saddest part of your childhood in the 90s, consider yourself to be extremely, and I mean extremely, lucky. I sometimes like to watch a film. Some of the music is just absolutely beautiful. But then of course, Tarzan came out and then Brother Bear came out, and for me, I've always been kind of, you know, it's like where Disney's at, I've always been kind of more of a, you know, let Phil Collins do it kind of person. It's like, you know, that's actually one of the reasons I actually went to see Tarzan and went to see Brother Bear and then got them both on VHS, and then later on I bought them on DVD. What did I just miss there? Have you noticed how that level I mean, you know what, no, we're not going to continue. But my final thoughts on that level. I've never taken acid, but I can imagine that is how the world would look. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll wrap it up there. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. The Dell Latitude XPi CD MMX it's not a bad machine. You know, I really quite like it. You know, I like the tri-spindle designness of it, the acted matrix displayness of it, the SVGA-ness of it, and I like the whole Dell-ness of it. And you know, if I actually took it to a city nestled on the banks of you know, a river kind of northwest of here, then I would love the whole, I would love the Inverness of it. No, I'm kidding on. I do like Inverness. Actually, I remember on my old Dell Latitude P133 ST, I actually had a picture of the riverfront, you know, in Inverness. So just to kind of clarify, this is a 166 megahertz Pentium MMX processor with 48 megs of RAM, Neomagic Magigraph graphics, 1.1 megs of video memory. Very strange. I've discussed this on a number of occasions, I'm sure. And yeah, I do very much like this machine. Would I recommend you getting one? If you're wanting to play Windows 95 era games, you know, kind of like some of the stuff that we've been doing on here. Maybe yes, I would. The keyboard's a wee bit mushy, and that's kind of something that I've always had to kind of level at Dell, is that the keyboards and the Latitudes have always kind of had that kind of mushy kind of feel to them. It just never really felt right. I think the best keyboard that I've ever used on a Latitude has probably got to be the one on my E6500. You know, that was quite nice. Would I recommend this computer over, let's say, a Compaq Armada 1590 DT, which is, you know, one could argue is a direct competitor to this machine? Well, the Compaq Armada 1590 I think is a whole lot bigger, without actually having any more screen real estate, but I do love the Dell Latitude XPIs. I mean, it was the first laptop I ever kind of got my hands on as a repair job, you know, so, you know, I'll always have a special place reserved for Dell Latitude XPIs, and there's always room for one in my collection. But against an Armada 1590 DT, you've got to be dreaming on, have you? No, the 1590 DT. I'm sorry. I would have to take the. I don't know. Both machines originally came from Texas. I would have to take the Compaq. Come on, it wouldn't be a VSF video now, would it? Anyway, thank you for watching. You will join me for the next video. Goodbye.